Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have a great and wonderful day. Well, it seems that the fast food prices for California is really starting to take into effect. It's starting to hurt people. It is backfiring spectacularly here, and I wonder why. When you get idiots such as teenagers and kids starting to want things that are higher than minimum wage, that obviously these companies cannot pay for, you get an increase in prices and all this stuff. So it's really quite stupid. So either way, we have these companies here that are doing it. Now we have this here from Newsweek saying $20 minimum wage backfires as restaurants see orders plummet. A law calling for a $20 minimum wage has led to brutal backlash as customers opt out of ordering delivery in Seattle, Washington. The Seattle Council is in the middle of deciding whether to pass a new law that would adjust its prior pay-up bill that went into effect in 2022. The pay-up law enforces a minimum wage for gig workers, which includes delivery drivers for local restaurants and platforms like Uber Eats and DoorDash. Under pay-up, delivery drivers made $26 per hour before accounting to mileage and tips. Under the new proposal, gig workers were provided a minimum wage of $19.97, which is pretty much $20, which is Seattle's minimum wage plus a per mile minimum payment of 0.35 cents. However, this rule has many gig workers would go without a living wage. You're not supposed to, start working with with minimum wage here, right? This is not what you're supposed to be going on. It's supposed to be a startup job. Work up there, get some experience, and then show that your experience and your hard work is transitioned into your other career type job, because you shouldn't have to. You're not going to be able to live on minimum wage in general. You're not going to have these great things, and then when you increase the minimum wage to I don't know, $20 an hour, or God forbid, if they make it $25, $30 an hour, you guys are just gonna. I was like, well, no, it's like you are rewarded for hard work. Flipping burgers and stuff is not hard work. I understand people have to deal with the rude customers, which is the bane of everybody's existence. Trust me, I don't like people as much as the next one. All right, the people make the job horrible, and I can understand that. But overall, it is not that difficult of a work, and what we have here is obviously more of this: is fast food chains find a way around $20 minimum wage, get rid of the workers. In response to recent minimum wage increases in California, fast food restaurants across the state are shifting to automated to get rid of wage earning humans. That's what I was telling one of my relatives recently, that like, oh well, yes, they're going to remove the worker, the people, and they're going to put in automatons or robots in, because why wouldn't they? It saves them money. They don't have to pay as much money for all that stuff, and it might be a large investment up front at the beginning, but then later on it starts paying it for itself. So that's what they're doing here. They're doing what I was saying that they're going to do after this hike increase, and this is not going to help the economy at all, and it's not going to actually benefit the workers at all, because they get fired and all that great stuff. So the move to making customers place orders at digital kiosks alleviates what owners say is the financial strain of raising labor costs after the minimum wage for the state's fast food workers increased on April 1st from $16 to $20 per hour. Harshka High, I think that's his last name, pronounced, a Burger King franchise owner who manages 140 outlets along the West Coast, is leading the transition to automation. He plans to introduce digital kiosks across all his restaurants within months, a drastic acceleration from its original timeline of 5 to 10 years. The majority of that is going to get absorbed in the inflation of our food costs, Mr. Guy told Business Insider. So we're not even compensating for most of the labor costs that we're going to be experiencing with this legislation. He said about 25% of his restaurants already use the ordering kiosk, and he expects the rest to start using them within the next 2 months. Mr. Guy also said price hikes to accommodate higher wages would cause a significant impact to our traffic. Rather than making less money, restaurants owners are exploring alternative strategies to maintain profitability. Reducing staff numbers appears to be their primary solution for lowering overheads. The layoffs represent a stark reality for employees and their unions who have long advocated for wage increments. The workers at well-known chains such as Pizza Hut and Round Table Pizza restaurants have also felt the impact with job losses reported following statements from management about unsustainable nature of the new wage costs. Meanwhile, major fast food players, including McDonald's, Chipotle, and Starbucks, have signaled intentions to offset the increased expenses by raising prices. Yeah, so that is essentially what's just going to happen here. What's happening here is that they're either going to fire you and you're going to be out of a job and you're not going to be making any money, or they're going to be increasing the prices of a fast food area, and then nobody is going to go to the fast food area because it's too expensive. You might as well just go to a restaurant at that point and go and eat, or go pick up food out from a restaurant and eat at home. Like, it's way too expensive now, and they're making one of these two decisions. And it's not having a good impact because people are also starting to run away from it as well. We have this here. Chipotle says California's minimum wage menu and prices up nearly percent. Chipotle says California's minimum wage pushed menu prices up nearly 7%. California's $20 wage for fast food workers is just a few weeks old, and the effects on workers and customers are beginning to emerge. At Chipotle, the law drove a 20% increase in wages for its restaurant staff in the Golden State. The company said its earnings call on Wednesday. To offset that cost, menu prices notched up about 7 to 7% for customers in California, CEO Brian Nichols said. And there's more of this. Fast foodies are getting fed up with price hikes at the drive-thru. Look no further than the fast food drive-thru for evidence of inflation and fatigue. Food companies have been pressing along higher labor and ingredient costs to consumers, along inflation peaked at 9.1% in June 2022. Downers are getting fed up, eating less fast food, and griping on social media that their go-to cheap meals aren't so cheap anymore. Sales at How show it. McDonald's reported underwhelming results in the fourth quarter, and Yum Brands showed weaker than expected growth in its top brands, which include KFC, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut. Fast food executives are taking note. McDonald's CEO Chris Kempczinski told Analysis Monday that consumers are becoming more discriminating with their dollars, and he promised the company should focus more on affordability this year. And that's what's going on. And, again, guys, don't eat fast food. It's disgusting, bad food. You don't need it. You don't need to eat it. And it's better to just cook at home. It's healthier to cook at home. So, yeah, I think once people start realizing much cheaper it is and how much healthier it is to eat at home, I don't think fast food is going to be a very long-standing place because, again, when people start realizing, like, oh, I feel better now for eating at home, cooking my own meals, a bit more rewarding factor too. You'll start seeing that, like, maybe it's just better to just eat at home. And some people just can't cook. I know there are some people that are working so often that that they can't eat, that they can't afford to cook because in fast food or ordering out at DoorDash, it's easier for them. And look at this. Like, we go to Burger King here, and this is just what we have for, typical stuff here for all this crap. So we see this here, and look at the prices that are on just DoorDash and stuff like that. Now, most people, maybe the burgers here are maybe not so expensive just because of the fact that, the Whopper is, only $10, but if you go to the meals, they're bloody damn near almost $18. And this is not even counting the actual delivery tax and stuff like that you would have on it. And then of course if you go here, you get to see that this here is also incredibly expensive, right? This here, large ultimate cheeseburger combo, this here is $20. So what we're seeing here is just a huge increase overall in prices. People are abandoning these fast food areas, and it's to be expected. You increase the minimum wage, you cost more money, you're going to have more expenses coming out, which means you have a chance of making even less. So prices are going to go up, and people are going to fight, etc., etc. Well, Californians, you're idiots. You understand on how the economy and how this stuff works. You just hose yourself. Good job on you. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Let's guys share. As always, take care.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted. This is algorithmic disease, the social media.